Hey, look at this. All of a sudden, EDGYTIM hopping on the Northwestern bandwagon. Well, hate to get you too excited, Wildcat fans, but I also have hats here for Illinois, Northern Illinois, Eastern, Western, Southern, and Illinois State. So just thought I'd let you know on that. But hey, what's here for Northwestern this afternoon on a Sunday, kind of a lazy pre-Super Bowl Sunday. Wildcats getting two verbal commitments in the class of 2023, two in-state kids. First off, we discovered via his Twitter account that Naperville North three-star ranked quarterback Aidan Gray just gave Northwestern his verbal commitment. And a few minutes afterwards, Frank Covey from Prospect, who we have listed as an athlete, and I'll get into that a little bit why. But again, landed his first offer last week from the Wildcats, and he has also committed to Northwestern. So again, two very nice starts here for Northwestern in their in-state 2023 recruiting class. This is the second and third overall commitments for Northwestern, but obviously the first two in-state. So let's talk a little bit about the kids. Let's talk about, first of all, Aidan Gray. Had a chance to see Aidan Gray play a couple of times last year, including a terrific game out at Neuqua Valley when Naperville North upset Neuqua. Aidan Gray actually running for about a 15, 20-yard touchdown for a game-winning touchdown at the very end of the fourth quarter to secure that win for North. So really, really impressed with Aidan Gray. I have been for a while. I think he's a top-ranked quarterback prospect in the state of Illinois, certainly in the 2023 class. And again, a lot of the ranking stuff is still shaking out, but there's a lot to like about Aidan Gray. Big kid, strong physically. I mean, I think physically he's about as college ready as you would look for these days. Very good arm. He works with Greg Holcomb over at Next Level. He's been with Greg for a while, so I've had a chance to see him throw at multiple events. And what impressed me about Aidan, very sharp, fundamentally throws a really good ball, constantly working, putting in the effort, very polished, very, very mature young man. You interview him and it's yes, sir, no, sir, just handles himself really well. And he's one of those kids, and I've been doing this for a while. When you talk to them, you just sense, number one, that they get it. Number two, that there's something there. There's definitely, he kind of has that it factor, definitely a leader kind of mentality and personality. And again, just a lot to like with Aidan Gray. I know he's kind of a mid three-star ranked, and I think for obviously at this time of the year, that is a very pedestrian ranking, in my opinion. If I could go through and do it again and would sit with the Rivals experts to come up with a ranking, to me, he's closer to a 4-star than he is a 3-star. But we'll let the high-priced talent knock that one around for a while. But I really, really like Aidan Gray at a lot of different levels. I think it's a really nice early commitment, and certainly I think will be one of the headliners of this class for Northwestern. Frank Covey, also had a chance to see Frank live last year as well against the rival Hersey. And again, unfortunately, when I look back at that game, Frank did not play. I don't think he played in that game. Had seen Frank earlier, seen him in camps as well. So again, very familiar. And we listed him as an athlete. And the reason we did that was as a sophomore, played wide receiver, had a very good sophomore year at wide receiver for Prospect. Bigger sized kid, really good athletically, runs well, really good hands. And I mentioned his strength. He's definitely more of a physically mature player. I found it very interesting when I talked to Frank after he got the first offer from Northwestern, saying that Fitz and some of the other coaches said that Covey reminded him of Riley Lees. I get that for sure. I was a big fan of Riley Lees coming out of Libertyville, and see a lot of the same physical attributes that Riley possessed. I think Frank Covey possesses as well. So again, only offer was from Northwestern, but again, still relatively early in the process. And I think one of the reasons I felt he should be an athlete from a position standpoint. But again, totally we'll end up switching him to wide receiver. He also played safety, also played quarterback. Played quarterback last year, his junior year, as well as some defense. Just very versatile, higher level athlete kid, in my opinion. But again, I think seeing and making that comparison to Riley Lee's, a lot of similarities there for a while. And in my opinion, that's a good thing. There's no doubt. Big fan of Riley Lee's. I know he had a pretty solid career for Northwestern while he was there. And I see him as that type of player as well. Definitely a glue kind of guy, very good kid off the field as well. And again, just two nice early commitments for Northwestern. So there you go. Just my quick take. Stay tuned. We'll have more on this. We'll try to maybe line up Sean Drendel from Naperville North and maybe Dan DeBuff from Prospect. Certainly get you more information and their thoughts on both their players committing early today, Sunday, to Northwestern. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of the weekend.